Hey, thank you for watching Public's Eye Outdoors. We've got a product review again, and this time we are going to be talking about the Badlands binocular carrier. This product is an awesome product. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to jump right into this review here. This is the zippered model. They also have a model out there that has magnetic door on it where you just can slap it shut and it'll shut on its own. You're going to pay a little bit more for that, and in my opinion I didn't see paying the extra money for that particular upgrade. I've got 10 by 40s here. I believe that's what I've got. 10 by 50s. These are 10 by 50s. I'm sorry. 10 by 50s. They fit in there comfortably, and there are 2 lanyards inside of this thing. Now I can't get too close to the camera or else you'll lose me here, but it's got 2 of these lanyards, and they're on a bungee cord. Okay, and what those are designed to do is you put those on the outsides of your binoculars to keep your binoculars from falling out. If you like had to bend over and pick something up, you don't have them cracking on the ground. But I wanted mine loose in here so I could actually hand these off to somebody if, say, I've got somebody with me that doesn't have quite the quality of binoculars and wants to see, you know, what I'm looking at, and I can hand them over and say, hey, here's a real pair of binoculars. Try these out. So that's the reason I didn't put the lanyards on it. Now what I did is I did take one of the lanyards and put them on my covers. That way I don't have those loose flopping around in there, and I don't have to worry about dropping those off. I got an update here on a video. So anyway, that's one of the features of it. The other thing you'll see in here is I've got a cleaning cloth. Now these are stuck back in the corner here when you get these in a little pocket, and so don't freak out thinking you didn't get yours because you can't see it in there. It's actually stuffed in a little pocket in the side, and that's really convenient for cleaning your lenses. You know, a lot of times you're out there and you get a lot of dust on those lenses. You can take that and wipe it off. So the other thing here is you've got some pockets in here that you can store stuff. Now there's one pretty decent pocket here, and I've been putting my release in there. Okay. And there's a zipper at the top which has 2 smaller little compartments, and honestly I don't know what you would put in there besides maybe mouth calls. You know, your turkey mouth calls. That's about the size of the pockets in there, so they're not real big, but they're still there to use. So and then on the side here you've got a compartment full length of the door to put maps, your license, whatever you may need. And then there's also one on the top here that goes the full length of the door, that sometimes I stick my glasses in there and use that for that purpose. So that is basically, you know, you've got 2 straps here that keep that door from flopping. Now that's basically the nuts and bolts of the inside of it. And then one of the cool things that they have on these is a little hook at the base of this, and I don't know if you can see it. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm kind of blind right now. I can't tell if I'm showing you what I need to be showing you, but there's a little hook at the bottom, and there's 2 purposes to this hook. I'm going to take my release out here. I think the main focus of that hook was to hook your door on here shut, or open, I'm sorry, excuse me, open. Okay, I'm getting crossing my thoughts here. You know, you can hook that onto that little loop at the front of the door, and it will keep that open so you have easy access to your binoculars, and you won't have to unzip and zip all the time to get to them. That is one of the uses of that little hook down there. The other one that I really find interesting and am pretty impressed that they thought of the bow hunter was that you can actually take your bow and hook your D-loop onto this hook. Okay? And when they advertise this in some of the videos, I've seen them actually talk about bow hunters being able to hang their bows. So here you go. You've got your bow hanging there. You can get in here, do whatever you got to do, grab your calls, grab your release, and you don't have your bow down there in the dirt, the rocks, you know, getting all dinged and banged and dirtied up. So a very cool, very simple idea, but a very cool part of this product, which I really enjoyed. So moving on here, we've got a couple other pluses to this. Well, quite a few pluses to this thing, but if any of you have ever used the old style, now I've used these for years, and this is basically your old bra size. You know, it looks like a bra, but you just have your binoculars on here and you just flip this over your shoulders, just basically like this. But you know, over time, and that's the reason that I bought this, was because over time these have a tendency to stretch out, and after a while your binoculars are starting to get that 90-year-old attitude. They're hanging down to your knees. So had to get rid of those. They work great, but over a while they lose their sturdiness, and that's one of the things you won't have to worry about with this model. The other thing is getting in and out. Now, like with the old models, you had to take this over the top of your head, you know, just fling everything off, and then when you wanted to put it on, you kind of had to go through your strings and try to figure out how you were going to put this thing on. I mean, it was kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you, but it served a purpose. This one is very easy. Take one side off, and you're off. Want to get back in it, you just flip it over the top, hook your side up here, and you're good to go. Okay? One of the other things, now some guys will put their range finders in the base of this thing and then put their binoculars on top of it, and that's fine. If that's the way you want to do it, that's great, but I would rather have my rangefinder handy at my side, and I've always carried it right here on a little lanyard, a little retractable. Okay, so that's what I'm used to, and that's what I wanted. And it unfortunately didn't have any kind of hook for your rangefinder, so I took an old pair that I had of, you know, the old style, and put one of the little hooks on it. So I've got a way to hook that onto, you know, my rangefinder onto this Bino case. But other than that, that was about the only thing that I had to do on my own to get this the way that I wanted it. The other thing we have on these is and this is a really cool feature. They really were thinking about us when they put this on here. But it's got a little bag in the back here. You can see that. Okay. It's got a zipper in it. Zips down. And what you do there is you put a 35-ounce water bladder in here. and then you can run your hose up through this little loop here and down, just like a regular day pack. Okay, so you've got maybe 3 bottles of water in that little bladder that you can carry just for quick outings. If you don't want to take the whole pack with you, you just want to go around and see what's going on, you got that option of just taking that 35-ounce water bladder with you, so you've got water with you. And that's an awesome part of this product too. So that's pretty much it for the nuts and bolts of it. You've got a couple of little stowaway harnesses here. I don't know what you would call them, but you can stick things in there. I had my Allen wrenches in here at one point. Just stuff them in there, and they'll hold right there. Now, I'm sure over a course of a while that's probably going to stretch out, so I wouldn't trust anything just sliding it in there. And but other than that, very awesome product. Now, one of the things that I've heard and seen in videos on YouTube and stuff like that is, a lot of guys are talking about how bulky these are. They stick out and they kind of getting a gut on me. Yeah, I thought that was just, anyway, yeah, I need to trim down. Maybe that's just the camera. I don't know. Anyway, so, but they're worried about the bulkiness of this on the chest, okay? Getting in the way of your string. And I'm going to go ahead and debunk that for you here in this video. Give you a live feed here. We're going to go ahead and take an arrow and load this bow up, so if I accidentally release it, I don't dry fire it. But as you can see, I have no problem pulling that bow back with this on my chest. Okay, you can see where that string comes nowhere near that case. So if you have any guys saying that that's going to get in your way, and don't listen to them, because they have no idea what they probably don't even know what the product is. So don't worry about it getting in your way of your string. It's not going to be a problem. So that is the Badlands Bino case, and I'll tell you what, if you got the means and the money to buy one, by all means get it, because it is a very comfortable product. I mean, when I had this on today, it was just compact. I felt secure with everything that I had on and in it. There was no question that I had what I needed with me at that time in this case. So give it a try. Go out and get yourself one, and I promise you, you're not going to be disappointed. Till next time, hunt safe, and we'll see you in the next video.